Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go here in Inglewood. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They get 11
First down,
and quickly pick up a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Braden Fisk getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jared Verse there to make the tackle.
At his 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Run out of the gun for Jensen. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
22-yard line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The quarterback on the scramble. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. And a Raider first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
It's 2nd down.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he will get into the end zone. Dylan Lobby. Touchdown, Raiders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Matt Gay on for the extra point.
After.
He's got it. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Rams nothing.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level. And he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. Off play action. It's Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver.
Second and 10.
It's second down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Third down and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one's too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. In motion, Naylor. On the handoff, this is Genty. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Back to throw. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Here's a handoff to Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no good.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one's caught at the floor. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. That one. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, Rams.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Now the try here for the point after.
Extra point.
The kick is good. And the Rams will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Cameron pitches there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football from the 32-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes. Kobe Turner, he's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Stafford now to throw on first down. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, LA.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Kyron Williams. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Rams first down.
First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Complete to Puka Nacua. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Williams. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, LA.
That's good for a Rams.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
A first down throw for Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Williams to the 5-yard line.
Kyron Williams, the ball carrier, taken down by Nakobe Dean. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. That is caught to the goal line and in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, LA. the kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard
The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Short throw, that's pulled in by Mayer. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He takes off. And wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. He'll take this forward for about 5. Second and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
4 brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that 1st down by about a yard or 2.
And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Stafford. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Stafford to throw again. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. Good snap. Good hold. Good pick. And the Rams build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. It's another run here for Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on third down. Open man is Parkinson. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the Rams, first down. First and
These
10
curl
at the
routes, he's been running
41-yard
these
line.
routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
First down, it is Williams. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 1. They'll go again here with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And this time they are ready for it. Throw for a loss. And it's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Stafford. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
3rd and long. A give, and here comes Williams. And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up.
A gain of 5.
No real surprise here, Mike. I think with the way their defense is playing, they decide to just play it safe, short run, get the ball a little bit closer for their kicker here on 4th down, and just make sure they end this drive with points.
The Rams going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out.
Attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
First down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They run over center with Williams. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on second and 4. On play action, it's Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
It's a loss of 6.
That is Max Crosby getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Third and 10. Parkinson in motion. Throw on third down, Stafford. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
It's now
and that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but Really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
Mendoza's
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to be third down. In motion, Naylor. Throwing now on third and long. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Raiders send their punt team out. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own
Kyron Williams and the
line.
Rams offense ready to get back to work. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Big Tonka Hemingway in there for the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. They put Adams in motion. On the ground, this is Williams. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, read our key, read our key.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
He's across
So, of
midfield
course, these
to the
plays are
28-yard
designed, Mike,
line.
to get big
A
gains,
7-yard
but
pickup.
even though that's not the
Brings
case
up
here,
2nd and
what these
3.
plays do is they keep the defense off balance. They match up with their regular traditional run game. They match up with all their pre-snap motions and shifts. So it just adds a little eye candy and makes this defense, the second they take their eyes off the read, if they guess wrong, that's where the big plays come and complement offense.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, LA.
First down.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Stafford now on first down. Nakua snagged great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
20 more yards.
That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal. Stafford. They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2.
The Rams will...
Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
Conversion.
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
28. Raiders 7.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Back to the air once more on second down. He keeps it himself, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. That's going to bring up third down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really in a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll throw here on third, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game, and then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the fourth quarter.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is hot. Jack back. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit.
Raiders 14.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. As is caught left side, that's Parkinson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They put Adams in motion. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Off play action. It's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action, Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
Stafford to throw again. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Man in motion, heading left. Here's a handoff to Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
3rd and 4.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3 yards.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. So it's a win here for the Rams. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.